and look at that.
Oh my God.
No shit, right? So it's very unusual. That whole brick thing is full. It's very unusual for it to have the strength of the hive to throw a heat signature like that. In the brick, in the house, that thing is hollow. I thought, so are these.
Yeah.
I thought they were in there. They're in there.
Whoa,
Look at that, well, that's
man.
huge. The 100,000 bees in there.
Where? Whoa.
Where? I couldn't agree more.
Column,
So check this out. This is a thermal heat imaging. All right, this is what an old hot old cowboy looks like. Just for reference.
There we go. Hey guys, Jeff Roman.
So
Welcome.
anyway, all right. So wherever it's blue, it's cooler, right?
Good morning, everybody.
Column right there. That's where we thought they were, was in that column. Check this out. That's where we thought. So we
We
go down
are
here, and there's
at a
there's
school
the base of
here
the column. You can see the grass in the back.
in
the top.
Sierra Vista.
Look at that base, that concrete. There's 100,000 bees.
Reed
in there.
is showing them where the bees
There's a
are in
little
this
hole in the
column.
back there. Now we're live on YouTube, and
They're actually down in
probably
this
TikTok. You want to be here?
brick
Super
there.
No. I don't want to be on TikTok.
But I wanted to show you this.
Thank
because
you, man.
Now through the brick, to be able to see a glow like that, usually the brick is too thick to allow the heat to be registered by this thing. But, and you should, yeah, well, thank you for putting that
How did you
there.
find out they were there? Because they've been swarming.
Because I'm in,
Oh, I've never seen them.
I
told y'all they was there.
I
seen
walked
them
up, I
before.
saw that, and I went, that's where they are. I knew.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
put
right
it there
where-
so people
right
wouldn't
where
get
you
over
had-
there by
And
it.
they're coming and going from in back of it, which is a little bit harder. Go on over there, Lois.
I was going
And
to
show-
show the heat signal.
Oh, show here,
there.
here,
Yeah.
oh, here,
So
for that.
do you think they're killer bees?
Oh, they are. No, that's genetically, they're killer bees, and I was like, I was telling
So
Brian.
there's that
they're,
heat sending
they're a
out there
crossbreed.
down
They're
below
man-made.
in that
They were
brick.
created. They're a cross between an African and a European, a South
And
African.
we
actually.
see them coming and going back here.
No,
Yeah.
don't piss them off or these guys will be running.
Oh, I'm done.
Good like it, Brian.
No,
I
I
was like,
just
oh,
found
hell
out.
no.
I'm just
Oh, I
found
see.
So
out.
the,
It's a
you know what,
little
what-
awkward there. They're coming in right at the middle. And
you know what the problem is that they look the same.
Yeah,
They look, and they, even how they're behaving at this exact moment has nothing to do with their genetics. Just like any other animal. Every Rottweiler ain't mean all the time.
No.
Every horse ain't gonna throw you every time. These guys might be mean, they might not. They've already been aggressive. They've shown that, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is what's called a nuke seal. That whole thing is full of comb. Full of, there's 100,000 bees down there in that thing down there.
yeah.
All right? So, well, good morning, everyone, Killer Bee Nation. I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy, as usual. We're here at Barron's Academy in Sierra Vista, home of the Eagles, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I can read my banners, I tell you right now. Is the junior high, is that also correct?
No, it's K through 12.
K through 12, great. It's a very highly respected school over here. And buddy Brian here gave me a call last night and said, help. And I said, we'll be there in the morning.
Yes, sir.
So we know, so these doggone bees don't kill anybody.
Yeah.
So we've actually seen them come out of a hole like their entrance there, Brian, at 1,000 per second. Yeah, so we're nipping it in the bud here, although they've been there for a while to create that kind of a glow. Was everybody able to see the glow?
Yeah.
Holy cow, in the block, it's so unusual to be able to see through the block. We had that one in Douglas where we could see through the concrete block. Remember that up on that wall and it was glowing like that? Unusual. If the sun was hitting it from that side, I would have said that's it, because the sun would make it warm.
Right.
And also the thermal imaging don't work too good if it's 105 out anyway, because then everything's glowing. You know, so we are going to take care of it for you, bud.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Watch out the window
We will.
and ignore the screams.
All right.
and we'll keep everybody away.
I'm keeping them. I'm telling you, and anybody that's coming back, they got to go through the side gate.
Thank you. Yes, please send out a mass
Parents.
send out a mass email or something, whatever you got to do. If there's somebody pulling up, we will run out and chase them off before the bees
Okay,
do.
I'll have this gate over here. Would that be fine, or do I need to open one further on down?
Further down will be better. Further down will be better.
You have to stay from
Yep.
behind it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Further down will be better. Now everybody can watch from a window, but not out here. of
Let me
course,
tell
you know.
this pan right here.
Yeah, and this is what makes me nervous as heck, of course, is
Right.
people driving up. You know, in public situations like this, schools, apartment complexes, etc., you guys know it scares the living heck out of me. I mean, they killed 3 people in this county last summer. Didn't even make the paper. Yeah.
How do we see this video?
Oh, it's on. Go on YouTube,
Yeah,
Killer Bee Guy,
Here we go.
and hit the live button.
Yep.
And we're going to educate the whole school. You know, we have actually schools, fire departments, first responders. We teach for the state for licensing, continuing education.
YouTube, Killer Bee Guy.
Killer Bee Guy on YouTube. Hit the like button. Yeah, and comment. Let us know you're there. All right, great. Thank you. So we're here at Barron's Academy, K through 12 in Sierra Vista. We're right. This is kind of like School Alley here. All right. We got the university. We got oh goodness, there's like different schools in this whole area here. We got the University of Arizona. We got Barron's Academy. How many schools are in this lineup here?
Just us.
Okay, just the two.
Yeah, just the college and us.
Just the college, which is enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like half a mile of schools here, everybody.
What are they building across the street, by the way?
That's an Amazon.
Did I not call it?
Oh my God, they're building an
called
Amazon.
it.
I thought it was
I
a
bet
new
that's
Burger
an
King.
Amazon
Yeah, it's
distribution
Amazon.
center.
I think they says return merchandise.
Oh,
In
jeez.
Sierra Vista?
Yeah.
Oh my! I never thought
We're
I'd.
glad because maybe people start working there and bring us some more kids.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Like a breath. I love that guy. Well, Lois, you were correct. And by the
Yeah.
way, you haven't said good morning to anyone.
Oh, good morning, Killer Bee Nation. Yeah, we're across the street from the construction site of another Amazon.
In Cochise County, I can't even believe it.
More ridiculousness.
I am
of
totally,
Amazon.
I'm totally amazed. I'm totally shocked.
But you know,
Anyway,
whatever.
say, you know, we say la bee.
Yeah.
And of course, say good morning, Hosh.
Good morning, Ho.
Well, thank you.
He asked me to move the danger tape out.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, great. Well, just tie it off here. Just leave it tied up. It won't stretch, I don't think, will it?
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, go as far as you can.
Rewrap the
All
whole
right.
thing.
You know, it's a good idea, actually. We'll take it out as far as we can. All right. Well, we're redoing the caution, the danger tape here because we can't have anybody get attacked. Killer Bee Nation, I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy. Welcome to the hive, live in the hive. That's right. Yes, indeed, we are. These bees, even though they aren't attacking us right now, doesn't mean nothing. They're still killer bees. They're genetically Africanized. We do not use smoke. All right. If it worked, we would use it. Now we get a lot of helpful comments and some not so helpful comments from people online all the time. After 35 years, if it worked, we would use it, and we have used so many things that did not work. Soapy water, for instance. If we took a power washer to that in this particular situation, all we'd be doing is ringing the doorbell. We might get a few drops of water down in there, but it would make a horrible mess. So that's why we don't use a power washer or any soapy water anymore. It's because we got way too many complaints about it being a major mess. That's why. And so no smoke, it doesn't work. These bees don't care. I haven't used smoke for about 14 years, something like that, maybe 15. I used to, and it used to work. But these killer bees, the Africanized bees, change. And their behavior changes. In fact, they've changed so much and adapted so much that they're now in Ontario and Alberta. Yeah, north, yes. There is no Ontario, Arizona that I know of. There is a Klondike, Arizona, though. Anyway, and they have a little bit of snow. So the killer bees, they're everywhere. They're in all the lower 48 states. And a real problem with it is they look exactly the same. We were just talking about that a second ago. You can't tell by looking at them. They look exactly the same. The difference is genetic. And once again, to stress heavily, their behavior at any given moment has nothing to do with their genetics. And I remember yesterday morning, we were on that job with bees in that block wall, in that alleyway with the dog and everything. When we couldn't even find the hole. It took us 5 minutes, 10 minutes to find the hole where they were coming and going. But as soon as we got back behind the trees there and got near their entrance, then they came pouring out and attacking. Sometimes they will come out and attack from 100 yards away. Yes, literally, they've been attacking weed whackers from 100 yards away for no reason. So we consider this, at this entrance to the front door, to the office of Barron's Academy, extremely dangerous. And I mean extremely. So we're letting Hosh put up all the caution tape. And yeah, I'd say, yeah, run as far as you can over there. Might have to tie another piece to it.
Yeah.
Well, tie it to that for now. Tie it to that pole for now, to the top of it there, and we'll call that good for now. I mean, we're gonna make quick work of this once I get my net on and we get to it. All right, we're just making sure that everything's caution. Now there are bees starting to fly around here. They know that we're here. We're making a ruckus, and they don't like the vibration. They don't like smells. We use free and clear for everything. But our bee suits, they drip venom on us, literally. They get so mad. And if you want to see how bad these bees can get, on YouTube primarily, look up Dragoon Baptist bees, all right? Now, I have to warn everybody, in our usual vids, we swear like sailors in bee suits, okay? It's war footage, so just be aware, disclaimer. And we're filming in 360 degrees on some vids now. We're not going to with this one. There's really no reason to. This is what we call a nuke and seal. There are 3 types of removals. And this is not a DIY channel, you guys. Do not put down the duct tape and the window screen. You're not making your own bee suit. All right? Put it down right now. We've seen homemade bee suits with snorkels. I mean, it's ridiculous. So there are 3 types of removals. Ball of bees hanging in a tree, a swarm. Very straightforward for us. Still deadly. That's what killed my buddy Dan. Balls of bees now are attacking unprovoked. Also, swarms of bees flying overhead, flying through like a cloud of them. Okay, this is a nuke and seal, which is just like it sounds. We're not going to tear the building down. We're going to nuke them. We're going to use our pyrethrins and our residuals, spray in there, kill the hive, and then entomb them in there. We're going to try to get a tube of expanding foam back in there.
Oh, you want to go with the foam?
Well, we're going to try to fill that thing up with expanding foam and then caulk the hole itself so it's not unsightly.
Gotcha.
Because the expanding foam, if it's, if nobody cares, then it's not going to be unsightly. But here at the office of Barron's Academy, we don't want to make it unsightly. So his approach to this, like I was saying, that whole brick thing is completely full of killer bees and comb and everything. So we're going to entomb them in there, nuke and seal. Kill them and seal it up. Have we got any questions or comments? I see Lois cackling back, giggling away.
Well, I don't know who this person is, but I did think their comment about Hosh, I'm assuming is they were making, they said, easy Rambo, it's just a bug. Oh, maybe it's you. You've got, usually Hosh has something on. It's your do-rag.
Yeah, you have no
Sorry,
idea.
but it was just funny.
They're not just a bug,
Yeah.
and he is Rambo.
Anyway,
So,
so I had to chuckle at
the
that.
problem is there's 100,000 big,
I know.
potentially deadly bugs in there.
Did you hear that comment?
No.
Oh, it was
It
hilarious.
said, easy Rambo, it's just a bug. I think he's got that do-rag on. But at first I thought they meant you, because you usually have something on looking like Rambo.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm Rambo,
you
too,
look
so
like
this-
you're like at the Acropolis or something, like, with these big pillars
Damn,
behind you. I don't
didn't
know.
think I was looking that good this morning. I mean,
Like, look at these columns
Are
behind
we
you. Looks
talking
like you
Greek
should,
god,
yeah,
like?
like you should be
we're
pontificating
talking
something.
Greek, like Spartacus type
Exactly.
stuff. Is that right? Am I
Yeah.
Spartacus.
Yeah.
Spartacus.
Spernicus.
Spartacus. We're gonna spurn them.
Rambo a kiss.
Oh my god. Oh my
You're
god.
doing a great job holding those columns up, though.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, good job, guys.
The glue that
You
holds
got the look,
school together.
Hosh. You're
Oh my God.
totally.
Okay, no napping on the job.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna.
Yeah, let's go
I'm gonna
now.
get my big blues on. We gotta let Lois get her big blues
Yeah.
on. And look at Rambo's all ready to go. You got another pair of blues for
Yeah.
Lois, and so we got our doctor bag here. We're licensed and all that good stuff, of course, in the state of Arizona. We actually teach for the state of Arizona for licensing, continuing education, and Department of Agriculture. We also teach fire departments. And I was just telling these guys here at the school that, schools use our presentations as long as we keep it G, try to anyway, for teaching about these. There's fire departments use our videos, YouTube videos, especially around the country, because we have a really nice PowerPoint presentation. And you can see all that. We have a lot of videos. You can scan back through them. If you want to see how bad these bees can be, I guess Dragoon Baptist bees comes to mind. It was in Dragoon, which is a very rural community. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our friends up in Sunsites. Our hearts go out to you. There's a huge wildfire up there. This is another reason. Okay, we do not use flamethrowers. We're not going to burn the trailer down. We're not going to burn the tree down. We're never going to use fire in the desert. All right, the people that live where it's a lot wetter than here. We have a major drought going on right now. 8 months without rain. Everything is tinder dry, and there's a fire that Hosh and I saw on our way to do a redo in Elfrida yesterday afternoon. We saw it start. 4 hours later, it was 2,000 acres, and people burnt one structure. People were evacuating horses and evacuating ranches. No smokers. We don't use a smoker. Even if smoke worked, I would not use a smoker out here, because any ember will start a forest fire. So now, if someone wants to send us a flamethrower, feel free. Please send a flamethrower. I'd like either one of those dogs. Remember, you know those.
You can send it to Killer Bee Guy, 20 Main Street.
Yeah, 85603.
Is the Arizona.
Send two actually, because it'll be a lot more
20
fun. Now we're never going to
Main
use them
Street
for the bees,
flamethrower.
but the zombies. Oh, they will be. It'll be a zombie barbecue. A zombie queue.
There we
Okay,
go.
anyway, we're gonna get to the
Let's do
bees
it.
now, for God's sake.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, what do we got here? Come on, Lois, let's see what's going on. Oh, can we get the flashlight?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, so this, you know, they'd have to be a pain in the ass this way. They couldn't be like out here. Of course, you see this is caulked. It's not caulked back there. So where the mortar, okay, they're aggressive. I'm not gonna let them get any more aggressive, but they're already sniffing around. Look at there, you can see bees crawling in. See, they land here and are crawling in there. So I'm going to show you guys this bee. Then we're going to get on it before they light up. So you see those three bees? There, one just crawled in. Now, is that too bright, Lois, or can people see?
I think they can see.
Okay. So these bees are kind of wondering who these handsome folks are.
They are aggressive.
Yeah, they're aggressive. They've already proven to be aggressive. So, and you know, this just goes to show how they can go unnoticed for a long time, because they are back here on the back of the column and they're coming and going from where no one ever walks.
Well, yeah, and the one administrator said that he didn't even know they were there.
Didn't even know they were there, right? And it looks like they've been there for the way this glowed. They've been there for a long time. So you want to hold this? Actually, I'm just going to get into it with the.
Yeah,
do we have Pendona?
No.
Okay.
We do here.
Yeah. Can we please get? See, no. Look at all these guard bees are coming out, guys. You see this? Now, we also were in their flight path for a second. Here, would you hold that for a second? Thank you. So I'm going to really try to, oh, good idea, try to get this straw in there, in the butt, of course, so that I can angle it down in there. Going to be, try to do that.
A little farther towards Lois.
Huh?
A little farther towards Lois.
One little hole is all it takes, and that's all these guys have.
Yeah.
So I got to fish around. There it goes. I found it. You see it?
Yeah.
Found it. All right. Very difficult. I'm going to have to take off my blue. I'm risking my life here, guys, because they hate black. They hate dark clothes. That's why beekeepers wear light. Okay, I can hear it. See him getting agitated?
Too. You sending it in?
Can you hear it?
I can hear them.
Nope. Damn it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, now I got it activated. Okay, I'm going to do that just to knock down guard bees. You know, they always have to build in the most difficult places. But I got to get this into their entrance. I think I got it now. Okay, I can't really see what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is a difficult
You hear how
space
loud
to
it's
work
getting?
in.
I don't think it's going. I don't think the spray is going.
Okay, in that case, we're going to go. Nope, you're right. There we go. In that case, we're going to go like that. Oh, there we go. See, I hit it. See how it's going in? Just lucky. And you hear how loud it's getting?
Yeah.
Okay, now these bees are going to start pouring out of here in a little bit, but not in attack mode. They're going to be coming out in let's get the heck out of here mode, because they're trying to fend off. That's why it's so loud also. They're trying to fend off the pyrethroids. Now, these pyrethroids that we're using are safe enough to use in, and I always say this, in nursing homes and schools. Well, here we are. But what I normally mean in schools is in cafeterias, you know, or dorms or something like that. This is, man, they always have to build in these doggone difficult places. Oh,
Hey,
what's
Hosh.
a pain in
Yeah.
The
butt.
capture's only getting the column. Do you want me to try to take it off and hold it? You know what I'm saying? We just don't have
yeah,
real
let me
estate.
take it.
Yeah.
I'll get it from up above.
Thanks,
Thank
yeah.
you.
What are we trying to get a close up here?
Well, it's the cap.
We don't have
Oh,
real
capture, we'll get
estate.
down over
Yeah.
here. Because these bees now are not in defensive mode. They're in get out of here mode. But if you turn around, Bush,
Yeah.
with the camera, look at this. These are all the remnants, all the bees out foraging.
Do you want the stylus?
We're going to be knocking down a lot of those too. So there's a lot of bees behind us. And can everybody see pretty good, Lois?
There we go.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I didn't have room for 3 across because of the
All right, you want me to
column.
hold that?
Yeah, please. So they're coming out now. You see that? Now I'm going to use a residual here, and I'm going to really try to get in there. There we go. I can hear it. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a nice aerosol that goes on as a aerosol and dries as a powder, which is a residual, which means it'll keep working for 4 months after we leave. Boy, is it loud in there. Can everybody hear that, Lois? Maybe get a lot closer here.
Yeah,
maybe
well, it's
come on
loud.
over here so you can hear the...
I just can't see anything from over there.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear the bees?
Boy, it is loud. You know, if this thing was made of wood, like plywood, it would just be vibrating right now.
They
But
can
see
hear
how they're
it.
pouring out? They're not in attack mode. They're going to fly out and die in the field, like real close by, because of the contact with this. Now I'm also going to be using a deltamethrin, which is in the form of this expanding foam. This expanding foam is a residual pesticide, so it's not like one of those insulating deals, you know, I'm gonna try to use that also, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, there we go. Is it going in?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, that's excellent. So this expands and then leaves a residual around every coating inside of the hive to kill any bees that are born. You know, I've never found any kind of a pesticide that will penetrate the caps on the brood cells. Now, the brood is where they raise the babies. That's the nursery, basically. Every day in this hive, 2,000 bees are being born. Yeah, 2,000 every single day. The queen lays 2,000 eggs a day. And so this one hive was putting out up to 30 new hives a year. And that's just how prolific these killer bees are. They were bred to be prolific. They were bred to be more productive. They didn't know they were going to be so prolific and so productive in negative ways for humans, of course. Of course, we never do. We ended up with chihuahuas somehow. I know, I always come back to that. So that is a really good...
I liked your Chihuahua impression this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this morning I was in the
Yeah,
mood.
you do a
Oh my
mean
God,
Chihuahua
I'm not
impression.
doing it right now. Forget
Yeah.
it. What in the heck is going on around here? Anyway. So, okay, that foam will dry down to nothing. It will not stay expanded like that. But until then, would you hand me that regular expanding foam over there? Now, this is called a new conceal. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to try my darndest. Man, I don't know if I can get this. I really hope that I can get this straw in there so I can basically fill this up as much as possible. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I did it. I think it's in, isn't it? Is it actually in?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now the problem is getting my hand down in there to pull the trigger. Ugh, I'm gonna have to stand up.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get down in here. You might have to go on the other side
Yeah.
because I gotta get... There we go. He said with confidence. Man, what a pain in the... They always have to build in these weird... I don't even know where I am here. Where am I? Is it going in?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. Pain in the butt as it is. All right, so tell me if it starts coming out.
Can you see it, Lois? I can't.
I can.
Is it coming out yet?
Not quite.
Huh?
No.
Good. That means it's entombing everything in there. So the new conceal means we kill the existing hive, but we guarantee it for 2 years they won't come back to this column in this box, this support down here. And so that includes closing the door. If the door is closed, nobody can get in, right? It looks like it's starting to come out a little bit, maybe. So, yeah, we're trying to close the door, which, yeah, that looks like it's swelling up now, right?
Yeah.
All right, here, let me hold that a little bit more. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, so we did. We got as much in there as we could. There's a lot of comb hanging from the top of those bricks down into that hollow spot. That's where we saw the glow with the thermal imaging, everyone. And so that area is completely blocked off now. The bees inside are about dead now. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. People, of course, you know, in populated areas like this, schools, apartment complexes and anything, it makes me nervous as heck. All right, this is a great example of what we're going to see now. We're going to see these remnant bees. We just stepped out of the way of their flight path because we were directly in their flight path.
Do you have that flashlight?
Yes. We're still in their flight path on the other side there. They just happen to be coming and going out that other side. You see all that pollen on their hind legs, everybody? They're saddlebags, actually. That is how they transport the pollen, which is one of their food sources, back to the hive. Now, the problem with these killer bees is they're hoarders. They take way more than they need. And that is a problem because our native pollinators, remember, these are a deadly invasive species. They don't belong here. They are taking and competing with taking from our native pollinators. They will kill or drive off native pollinators on flowers. They're hoarders and Vikings. They're absolutely horrible creatures. They don't belong here. In fact, Africanized bees don't belong anywhere. They're man-made. They were created in 1957 in Brazil. So they're a crossbreed. They don't belong on the planet. And actually, honeybees, stinging honeybees, don't belong in the Western Hemisphere. They too are invasive. And like I keep reiterating, an invasive species has never benefited the native environment they've invaded. All right, invasive species has never benefited the native environment they've invaded. But people have Winnie the Pooh glasses on, and I understand it. I used to wear them all the time, lovingly, until I realized that I was seeing the world through honey-colored glasses. That was quite almost eloquent, wasn't it?
That was beautiful.
What the heck is going on around here? Anyway, so this is looking great. Okay, now both Hosh and Lois, I'm gonna have you guys step back for a minute, like out of the way of the flight pack, because I want everybody to see how kind of like it's like unblocking the dam. See them all going in there now? Can everybody see that? Their flight path was directly coming and going out that other way. Now they are coming in and landing, thinking that they can go in their front door. Now all these bees you see flying around, everyone, these are called remnant bees because they're literally leftovers of the hive. They are going to two things they're not going to do. They are not going to go start another hive. And also, they are not going to go join another hive. The reason is that each and every hive is like an organism, just like ourselves. And I use that analogy a lot. They are literally an organism. So each one of these bees, yes, of course, each one of these bees belongs to this hive and no other hive. Just like my finger belongs on my hand, not on anyone else's hand. Same thing with all these bees you see flying around. So these bees are, if my finger's chopped off, it can't live without my hand, without the rest of my body. Same thing with these bees. These remnant bees will die off over the coming days. Now we're going to take our non-toxic spray adhesive you guys have seen us use endlessly and knock down as many of these as possible. We're going to give it a few minutes and let them ball up here. The remnant bees are being a little bit aggressive with me because I have these black gloves on. They'll bounce off on my black gloves. They hate dark colors. That's why beekeepers wear white. So they're natural enemies in the wild, in especially Asia, Africa, and Europe, are dark furry things, along with bears here. But the bears are native here, whereas honeybees are invasive here. But everybody likes honey, so the bear is going to try to steal honey. Well, these guys have learned to attack dark furry things over the eons. So these guys are going to die off. They can't start a new hive. My finger can't start a new body if it's amputated. These guys can't start a new hive. They can't go even visit another hive because every single hive is an enemy of every other hive. It's fascinating. They even smell different. Just like, same thing, humans. Our cells are all different. My cells are different than Lois's or Hosh's or anybody else's. Same thing with these guys. And so they will die off, thank goodness. And we're just glad we were able to nip it in the bud before anybody got seriously hurt. Looking good, huh? Hosh?
For those joining or asking about what type of bees these are Africanized
Say
honeybee,
that again.
Are you still gonna
deadly invasive
Still gonna what?
species,
call?
otherwise known as
think
killer
so.
bees.
That's what it
Africanized
is.
honeybee is the only bee that's called the killer bee.
If it
You
didn't,
guys are talking
Oh,
about yellow
then yeah.
jackets, hornets, all this other stuff. Has nothing to do with the Africanized honeybee.
oh no, nothing at all. In fact, it's like
yeah.
the difference between sheep and horses.
Yeah.
They're both mammals. Who
Yeah.
cares, right?
Yeah.
I mean, wasps, hornets, and honeybees are all belong to the Hymenoptera genus, and that actually means married wings. But they're completely, you know, just like I said,
Put it
horses.
back on now over here.
Horses and sheep are mammals, and that's about as far as it goes. So completely different thing. We're very pro-native bee, very pro-native pollinator. We don't like invasive species, and we're not romantic about it at all. We're more like scientists on it. We don't believe anything. It's just a fact. We like facts. We like to believe this. We like to believe that we don't believe. So the facts of the matter are that honeybees are invasive to the Western Hemisphere. That's even European honeybees. They're called European honeybees. They're not called, you know, Southwestern honeybees or Alabama honeybees. They were brought here, and before, I got people out here and makes me nervous. You better stay in their vehicles. There were no honeybees in the state of Arizona before 1872, ever. Ever. People are like, oh, we're going to die without honeybees. No, we're not. Absolutely not. Now, there may be less of a variety at your Whole Foods, literally. There might not be as many watermelons or as many almonds. There still would be. It's just if you have 1,000 acres of almonds or watermelons, you need honeybees for pollination. That they're hoarders and Vikings. They will get that job done, whereas native pollinators will not on a smaller those plants. Whereas these guys do not. They will still take nectar from those plants, but they will inbreed those plants and actually carry disease to those plants. An invasive species has never benefited the native environment they've invaded. Just drill that into your brain. Take off the Winnie the Pooh glasses. And so this is going really good. These remnant bees, they're going to ball up here. They're very landmark oriented. This is their front door. It's just like when you drive down your street, you know which house is yours. Same thing with these guys. They fly past that tree, past that bush. They know right where their front door is. They're going to keep coming back. There were around 5,000 bees out working in the field. Now, we made it so that none of these bees came out to attack us, or there'd be many, many more out here very angry. We can't have that in this situation. So all these bees coming back, right now you see they're all full of pollen and nectar. They are coming back from working, literally working, over at the Amazon warehouse over there. They're and Walmart, we're almost nearby. So they were shopping. They were at the store on flowers, getting the goods coming back. Around 5,000 of them. 2 to 5,000, but usually around 5,000, especially in the afternoon. Brian was saying it gets real busy in the afternoon. That's what they normally do when it warms up. They're still insects, and they like to work when it's hot. So, working really good, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
I think we'll give it a minute for them to come back, and then we'll knock some down. Do you have anything to say about the killer bees and the... Man, that really glowed. That was kind of amazing, wasn't it?
I've never seen it glow through the bricks like
Hey,
Well, only that one time in Douglas.
educate us.
Edumacate.
You're outside of the school. You're saving these kids
Test
and
in the morning.
teachers and everybody from
Okay,
bees.
it's multiple choice. Choose B.
Yeah,
Every time.
always choose
Get
B.
it? Get it? To B.
Yeah,
choose B,
educate
check
us,
multi-
guys.
Okay, all right, ready.
Yeah. Well, you know, 100% of the feral unmanaged honeybee hives here in Arizona are Africanized. We don't need to tell the difference because
The labs have told
the
us.
labs have told us.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
This is what we do in Arizona. There's, you know, people said, oh, well, how is it that, you know, I'm seeing all kinds of, you know, bee videos with people relocating and stuff. There's nobody relocating in Arizona.
No one in their right mind.
You should know that. I mean, we're making videos about it. Stay back. There's
Yeah,
bees.
please stay back.
You got to go through another entrance.
Yeah, go through the side entrance over there. Thank you. That's what worries me.
Right. Of course, because what if she's allergic?
Yeah, exactly.
And these
One
bees
sting.
will sting. They will sting. Now, you're not seeing these relocation jobs in Arizona. And I'm
I
not
hope
saying
not.
I'm not saying it's not going on, but it's going on in such a way that nobody's going to make videos about it. It's a mess. These hives are just a mess. They
Yeah.
blow up.
Well,
they
it would
kill
be.
people.
I mean, it would be like taking a landmine from here and putting it somewhere else.
Well, the ethics of it, it's just.
Oh, the ethics are
it's
horrible. Yeah.
completely
Why would you
irresponsible.
do that? Yeah.
It's completely irresponsible.
Exactly.
And you're perpetuating this problem.
Yeah.
And this is a problem here. That's why we have jobs. We have full-time
Invasive
jobs.
species are a problem.
Licensed.
Let
with the
alone
state.
this,
Well,
right?
of course,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're
Yeah.
deadly. You know. So anyway, don't hesitate. If you're in Cochise County, give us a call. We'll come take care of it. If you're anywhere else in the U.S., you shouldn't be relocating feral honeybees.
No.
Ever. Feral honeybees are not responsible for your food.
None of it.
Every third bite that you take does not come from feral honeybee hives.
Right.
Just,
Every seventh one, actually.
there's
It's-
so much oversimplistic, naive, and they're preying on your naivety.
Yes.
Propaganda out there around bees, around honeybees.
Ron Ivy. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh glasses.
It's really not good.
No.
So get the facts. Visit xerxes.org if you want to get the full
That's a great one.
intellectual
Yep.
download about what this is and the problem that honeybees are. Now, like I said, these are Africanized. All of them in Arizona are. So you definitely don't want to mess around with these things.
No.
Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next job. Let's save America's native bees. Plant native plants.
And when people say save the bees, they're missing one word: native.
Native.
Right? So,
Native.
love you guys. I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy. Thank you, Lois, on camera action. Host, just generally looking like Rambo and Spartacus and whatever the heck else they
Rambo,
were.
Spartacus,
They were calling us.
wow.
We were, yeah, Rambo. They were
right.
calling us Rambo.
Sparta Rambo
I'll
kiss.
take it.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
I'll have it.
I'll take it.
I don't know if I
exactly.
can own that,
Well,
but I'll have it.
only in a bee suit.
Yeah, only in a
Well, go to killerbeeguy.com, guys. We love you. Killer Bee Nation, live from the hive. We might see you in 20 minutes. We might see you tomorrow. We never know. We're on call. Love you guys. We'll catch you later.
Yep, it's ramping up.
Yeah, it is
Stay
ramping
tuned.
up. Yeah, it's they're not getting any nicer, are they? And the bees are bad too. I tell you.